doodle-a-doo, 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 and then we come in with it like...
Yeah.
Dude, it's like weird, but like a mathematic jet. It's fun. I love it. It's fun. It's groovy. It's fun.
It is.
It's groovy. It's got some groove. And then, like, there's a lot of times there's room to play with it. It's about, like, I think Jet has the most room to play around with. It's like, obviously, like, heavier, brutal metal is just really in a box, like, just the same rudiments constantly.
Yeah.
Jet, you can get really melodic, you can get chuggy, you can do all those weird timings, everything has room for it in Jet.
Yeah. Anomoly. I'll let it go for a little bit. Damn. This mic's a lot better though, so you gotta get closer. Like a vocalist. I was using those bullshit snowball mics for a minute.
This is still too far.
Yeah, you really care. Alive, it's not lit. Okay. Your name? So this is TheLowRoad. My name is Patrick Northern. I have a very special guest today. This is one of my buddies. And you are a drummer in what band?
We are called Anomoly.
Anomoly. And what's Anomoly about, bro?
It's just supposed to be something like unique and of its own, pretty much. Just something you don't get every day, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Just like some kind of genre, just it's out there, you know what I mean?
And what genre of music would that be? This is like rock or
Probably gent.
punk or
Around gent.
gent?
It's like
gent.
Post-hardcore, metalcore-esque. Just gent, like nerdy metal.
I might hip to that. I don't know. Don't even worry about that scream, bro. So gent, so that's like a subgenre.
Pretty much. I mean, like you can break down everything into 30
Yeah.
million different things, but it's gent.
And for my millions of fans, what's your name?
Joshua Hall.
Yeah.
Notice the
So how many people are in the band? It's a piece of what?
we have 5, but one's literally in the middle of being in boot camp, so Marine himself up.
What's the what does he do again?
I play drums.
Yes.
Jason is the lead guitarist. Rob was the bassist, and Eddie, who's like currently becoming a Marine, is the main vocalist, like the singer, and he's also rhythm guitar. And then we have a dude named Mike who does like the screams and stuff.
That's crazy though that the vocalist is the one that's separated with the most power, you know, since he's in boot camp.
Yeah.
Right?
It's kind of a bitch.
Because it's almost like I feel like if you were missing one, you might be able to at least make up for it for a little bit so that person comes back, but you can't just take the singer out.
Yeah, I mean,
That
like,
would fuck everything up.
having 2 vocalists does help that, honestly. But I mean, like, it's still ideal to have everyone there because like Eddie's like the main like writer about everything, like lyric wise. Like, literally, you can show him a riff and he's already got like 6 things on a little notepad. So it's like it's really like having him is really helpful for the creative process, in my opinion. But I mean, like, we can do it, like we can work around it, but that it creates a different process. Because now we're going to write the music. When he comes back, we have to teach him everything, and then he's going to incorporate what he's doing into it.
Yeah.
And that's gonna add. It's just another step that we have to deal with. But I mean, we'll get it done. It's whatever.
So let's go back, way back before your band. Where are you from? What part of Cleveland are you from?
I'm from Old Brooklyn.
Old Brooklyn. For people who don't know Cleveland at all, where is Old Brooklyn? And
It is pretty much like this little town in the hood. Not in the hood.
I mean, it's ghetto.
No, I mean, like, it's parts of it are getting there, but I mean, like, there's nice spots to it. I mean, like, I drive past where I used to live, and like it's nice. Yeah, dude, it's like just squeezed between Parma and Cleveland, and like Garfield. Like it's just that little spot.
It is.
That little spot.
It's like the Bermuda Triangle.
Yeah.
Brooklyn. A lot of people grow weed in Brooklyn.
Yeah.
I know that.
I think a lot of people grow weed everywhere.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They really grow weed in Brooklyn.
Yeah, that's true.
And they got the best donuts.
The free Wi-Fi.
And then, did you do things before you started doing music? Did you like play sports or something? Or were you always just like a kid? Like, I just want to play instruments. And how did it start?
Every sport. My parents made me do sports when I was like first growing up. Like, I hated it. I fucking hated it. I had to play football. I played soccer. I played baseball. I did like wrestling and all that. But I don't know, man. I watched like School of Rock. I used to sleep to that like
School of Rock. That's a good movie. That's a good movie.
Black. Like I used to sleep to that every night for like years, and it always just resonated with me. Like it always get me so pumped up. Like I would see it 100 times and still be just as pumped that 100 times as I would like when they kill it at the end of the show. I don't know, man.
Step off.
And then like one day I just came home and like my dad got a drum set, and then like just bam, I was 11.
Yeah.
And now
it was over.
Literally like 23 now, and it never stopped. Literally never stopped.
Do you play any other instruments?
No, dude. I can slap some bass around, man. But like, dude, I had a guitar, and like I would fuck around with it, and there's like learning an instrument's always the same. Like it's just pretty much those basic exercises you have to do really slowly 1,000,000 times to get a grip of what you have to play.
Yeah.
And it's just learning so many of those that you can sit there and throw any of them out just on will. So I got a guitar, and I would like look up those exercises, and I would do them and I would practice them, but it just gets frustrating because like I can play an instrument, and I just want to jam, and I couldn't just jam on this instrument because I had to do those little slow exercises.
I had guitar lessons once and I quit because I wasn't able to just play. I was like, nah.
It's kind of a bitch to learn, man. I don't know what it is.
So how did you and this band get together?
I was actually in a band with Eddie previously, like.
And that's the other guitarist?
Yeah, that's the dude who's becoming a Marine.
Okay.
I was like 19 or 20, and I was in a band called Heartfelt.
Heartfelt?
Yeah. This dude, it was me, it was Eddie, it's this dude Lucas, who is, dude, he's actually in a band already. They're dude, they kill it. I actually want to name drop him for him. And then my buddy Crew, who's
what's
now
the name? Yeah, look it up. Oh, okay. Well, whenever you get a chance.
Yeah. But yeah, and then my buddy Crew, who now lives in Chicago, he's like a photographer.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, we had all broken up, and then like a couple years went by, and I would still play, but I didn't have anyone I was writing with. I just didn't want to go through all that. Like I was just taking a break from it, and I don't know where, dude. I just like really wanted to start doing it again, and I couldn't remember Eddie's last name. And I was trying to look him up just to be like, bro, let's go. Like, let's get it. And I couldn't remember his last name. And then I just messaged Crew one day I don't know why I didn't do that step one, but I didn't. And I just messaged Crew one day, like, dude, what's Eddie's last name? And he just sent me a link. And I'm like, that exact day I messaged him, he's just like, holy shit, bro, we need a drummer. And it just worked.
Yeah.
He had Rob and Jason and Mike already. And like, they just needed a drummer. They had a dude, but apparently he just flaked a lot. And I was just like, all right, let's get it. And here we are, like 2-3 months later.
How come dudes are always in multiple bands?
I don't know, man. I feel like people...
Isn't that counterproductive?
Well, I mean, dude, like, this genre is hard just to write because, like, you want to all be together, but you gotta, like, have the free time of, like, 4 to 5 separate dudes all at once, you know what I mean? So, I mean, I can imagine, like, if you got a lot of talented dudes around you and you got the time, I mean, I don't have anything against it, but, like, don't skimp on one band more than the other, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I mean, people just want to go out, I guess. I get it.
Yeah. I just always noticed that every time someone's in a band, I'm like, yeah, I'm in like 3 bands. You know?
It does happen, but I mean...
So do you think it's more beneficial to be in one versus multiple?
I mean, it all depends on who those multiple are. Like, don't write, like, obviously you can write just to write, but if you're trying to, like, do it seriously, you gotta have people who are serious about it. So, I mean, like, if you got, like, Jim and Tom over here, and they're, like, they can play, but, you know, they're kind of, like, bad at the writing, or, like, just be subjective about who you pick, I guess. Like, because it's just 5 people mashing ideas at each other. So like you gotta have chemistry, bro.
Yeah,
it's just that simple.
Yeah.
So I would just be picky about it. But I mean, I suppose if you have the options, I mean,
you said Eddie writes the lyrics.
I mean,
most of it.
Yeah.
So when's the rest of it as far as lyrics? So Eddie writes most of them. Say he writes 85% of the lyrics. Who's writing the other 15%?
Mike.
Do you ever write anything as a drummer?
We all pitch stuff
I'm gonna say, hey, right here.
Not yet. Not yet.
Do you want to?
No, I'll break it out at some point. It'll get there, but I'm
just like yell on the hook or something.
Yeah, I'm still in the cocoon right now. Just let me get my wings.
Well, are you guys doing shows anytime soon?
No, dude. Like, we just need the right body of work. Like, we need to actually.
Oh, so this is how fresh is this?
A couple,
go back
2, 3, maybe 4 months.
Oh,
yeah. But I mean, like you saw some of it. Like, we have a decent amount of stuff for that time, especially, and with like half our dudes, like, or with Eddie at least, doing that, and with these dudes all living an hour away, like, we've gotten pretty far. And like, we still have, aside from what you heard, we have a lot of like core of ideas, but we haven't combined them the way we have like this first song yet. Like, we have a lot of stuff we're doing that just isn't a part of something yet.
Word. That's cool. That's cool. If you like blow up, I got the super inside scoop. They live an hour away. We live in like Kent.
One lives
in like fucking Menor.
Oh my
God. An hour away from here. My house is almost an hour away from here. I'm still in Cleveland.
Dude, I can't. Oh my God. Burton? Eddie lives in Burton.
Okay.
I
don't even know what it is. I know I've heard it.
Far. It's like an hour, 45 minutes an hour. Rob lives in some places equally as far that I can't.
Some like Grafton.
They all live far. I'm pretty sure Jason lives in Richfield.
Richfield.
Yeah. But he goes to school at CSU, so he's only like 20 minutes away. That's the convenient part. So, like, instrumentally wise, him and I have been doing most of that.
Oh, for real.
He's been in a bunch of bands, and he has like a lot of material written. He was along the same page I was. Like, he had dudes he was writing with, but then he just took a break, and like, he's always had the material, but now he's using it pretty much. And like, it'll pretty much, a lot of time it's just me and him meeting up, and like Rob will come through and like he'll just throw ideas at the wall and I'll try to fuck with it. Me and Rob will be like, this is cool, this isn't cool, whatever. And I mean, it works so far. Yeah. Damn. It's a lot.
Well, what do you think? I mean, so how long do you think it's going to be before you guys have a project?
We practice like every week.
Do you have a deadline? We were trying
to get into the studio and like write an EP because Logan from the band that me and Eddie were in before, Heartfelt.
Yes.
He like masters and produces music and does all that. So we
were
actually
at his house.
Yeah, no, like he went to
cool.
He went to school to do it, and like he does. I'm pretty sure he does it for his own band.
Okay.
Yeah, we were hoping to lay an EP down with him before Eddie went to boot camp, but it just didn't work out like that. Our schedules just did not combine. That was a lot of when it was like me and Jason just meeting up and trying to just to get something there. You know what I mean? I mean, like I said earlier, it does make it harder because then you got to throw it to everyone else. They have to hear it. It's so much easier. It's so much easier when everyone's just there.
Of course.
It's just not the easiest thing. It's easier said than done.
So, as the percussion, as the drummer, how do you go about writing your part to a song?
A lot of it, you always just obviously want to be in sync with the guitar. Like, I try to follow either rhythm or lead guitar, whichever one's like grooves the most. I try to like just stick with them and do something, incorporate something that flows with that. But a lot of times you can like throw cymbals like off time in certain pockets that will, on paper, it's the opposite of what they would be doing like time wise, but it just works. Like that off time just sometimes puts a certain groove on it that I love. But dude, like it's just a lot of just like the guitarist will throw me like a riff and I'll just literally just try to feel it out, and typically we'll like just get bouncy with it and just groove with it, like you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You just gotta really compliment it. I feel like that's just like the goal. I guess.
Gotta be a team player.
Yeah.
Damn, man. So what do you like to do in your free time other than make music?
Dude, I just like art.
You like all the art.
Obviously, like there's that entire wall right there. There's a mural, and that one. And then all that's just like paintings and stuff. I mean, I like to.
Yeah, your paintings are good.
Yeah, I like to go to the gym. I still need to finish that thing. Like,
what?
Paint it. It's not that. It's not painted yet. I feel like
this.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, your mural.
Yeah. Yeah. I just pretty much that stuff. Just try to be around art. Go to shows. Go to the gym. Go to work.
Shows. What kind of shows you going to recently?
Dude, literally. Saturday I went to Whitechapel and Black Dahlia Murder.
What are they called? Whitechapel and what?
Whitechapel and the Black Dahlia Murder, dude.
The Black Dahlia Murder.
The Black Dahlia Murder are legends, man. They're like 40-year-old dudes. Like dude, like they've been doing it for like since I was in grade school, and like they just rip it, dude. Like they go, they're 40 years old, and they just go out there, dude. They're like flexing on stage. They don't give a shit, bro. Like they put on an amazing show. They kill it. It's so entertaining.
What is that? Is that metal?
Oh yeah, dude. It's like yeah. It's brutal.
It sounds like metal.
What's
a good show? You found him to shout him out?
Oh no.
So what makes a good show? To you?
Stage presence for sure.
What's that like?
Hey,
I'm here.
Pretty much just like if people have to be in sync on stage. Like guys got to be in sync. Like yeah, like most metal shows, you wouldn't think there's a lot of organization to it, but like typically bands, especially for like live shows, will have stuff set like literally like in sync headbanging at certain verses, like stuff like that. Like that literally is a thing. Like you plan that out. So like
it's choreographed.
Yeah, because it just, dude, like it puts out such an energy when there's like 4 dudes on stage, like all in sync, like going with it. Like dude, it's so much different than just dudes standing still, like just staring off at the people. Like even if they're not in their head, if they're just like standing there looking like they are just there to be paid, that's not a show, bro. Like you gotta feel it, man. But I mean, like this show that I went to this past weekend, that was amazing because all the headliners, like it was Flesh God Apocalypse, Black Dahlia Murder, and Whitechapel. They all had amazing light shows. So like a lot of smoke, a lot of colors, like it like pretty much like the patterns that the bass and the guitar will be like riffing in, like the light shows sync to that, so it just adds a whole another. It's a visual effect, you know. Like you putting on a show. Like you want to make it different from hearing it in a car. Like you're showing them why they came to see you.
How do you feel about the music scene around here for the genre you do and for other, and as a whole? I mean,
like,
because you're like what 23?
Yeah. Right. I mean, the Cleveland music scene's not what it was, but I mean, like, it just sucks that metal's kind of going away, in my opinion. Like, you don't really hear it on the radio.
Really?
Yeah, and it's just, I like going to, like...
Why is metal going away?
I don't know, man.
You just sick of that shit?
I don't know, dude. Like, on the radio, like, if you turn it on, it's mostly pop. Like, it's mostly pop and rap. And, like, that seems to... Like, when I was growing up, like, the younger generations would listen to like metal, and like metal was cool, and I feel like nowadays it's just not the thing. Like it's not quote unquote popular to listen to metal, which I think is stupid.
Yeah, rap's the biggest genre right now.
I know, man.
But it's the rap that's the biggest genre. It's not like the real rap. It's like the poppy shit.
Yeah.
It's like EDM, like goofy. It's just goofy shit. It's not rap or R&B. It's just like everyone's like a Drake baby, and they're like trying to kind of do that.
Yeah.
But like talk about guns, it's the same. It's weird. It's a weird time right now. That's unfortunate though. I didn't know metal was kind of like going through a dying phase.
Well, I mean, they do.
In your opinion. Uh-oh. Was that your girlfriend?
Yeah.
Cool. We could do a short one.
Yeah, no, so she already knew what was happening. But, yeah, dude, when I was growing up, there was always, like, local shows. Like, dudes wanted to do that. They wanted to make music. They wanted to, like, play this genre and go out and throw their stuff out there. And that doesn't really happen anymore. Like, the shows you see around here are the big band shows.
Mm-hmm.
It's just not what it was. I mean, like, Cleveland still has a great metal scene, and you almost see that because the shows are so few and far between that people show up. Like,
yeah.
But still, man, it would just warm my heart to see like more local shows, like kids like going out there and doing it, like creating something like brutal and just sweet. Like I would love that, but
maybe there's not that many more metal bands. But all the metal bands that were doing it got older. You know, they had kids and shit.
It's just so hard to make
got real
money.
Jobs.
I feel like it's just so hard to make money with that kind of genre because like there's a lot of dudes, a lot of equipment, and like if you're touring, you have to safely move all of that. If you want a good show, like a light show, if you want like the proper like sound checks, if you want like you need a crew for all of that. Like you need a drum tech just to set up the kit because I would kill myself if you have to like literally every day of your life unload and set up a drum kit every single day. Like especially if you have a complicated kit. Like oh my god, it would take forever, dude. It'd just be terrible.
Yeah, I see people getting out of there like spinners and shit, looking stressed out.
It's not fun, dude. It sucks, man.
But at the same time, there's a lot of things to pay for, but there's also more pockets.
That's true.
You know.
Yeah.
But the equipment is a good point.
Yeah.
I think the metal dudes just got old. This is gonna be like a gap.
Well, I mean, like,
and then some newer kids are gonna come up.
Dude, I mean, like, I don't want to blame it on some, like, you know, the man or whatever, like, the government or something. But, like, dude, I feel like it's just, like, the radio and, like, everything's pushing that kind of stuff away. Like MTV used to have, like, Headbangers Ball. Dude, that's that. Like, every day before school, like, that's how I found out about Mastodon. That's when I found out about Black Dahlia Murder. Yeah. Like, dude, it used to be a thing. Like TV would do it. Like it was like MTV was like the bad stuff to do. Now it's just like let's smoke weed and like do drugs and shit. Like that's what it is. Yeah. And that's like what MTV pushes. That's what social media whatever pushes. I feel like that's what has the large part to do with it. But there's still those people, man, that like just feel a passion of like live metal shows and stuff. And like like I said, they do show up when the right shows come around. But it's just really limited in terms of like local people genuinely trying to show up and like make the music and like play the shows and do all that.
Maybe it's just me. I don't think I've surrounded myself with those people who enjoy that kind of poppy normal stuff, you know. So when I hear these whatever they're pushing us or whatever they're force feeding us, when I hear it, I'm like, who likes this? You know, I'm like, I'm not around anybody who even likes this shit. So how is it even popular if no one I know, and I know a lot of popular people, they don't even like it. So it doesn't make any sense. But obviously, I'm not reaching that many people. It's like, where do they hang out at?
I totally agree. I don't get it. Like maybe it's all like, you know, the Stacy's going to Target every day. Like they're there somewhere. It's just no one we know, and I totally understand what you're saying, but it's happening. Yeah, it's happening.
I just interviewed this dude from a punk band. He was telling me how the radio station's fucked up, and iHeartRadio bought these stations, but they can't even like keep up with the money and like.
Oh, dude, iHeartRadio is like $1 billion in debt. Like Rover talks about that all the time. It's hilarious.
Yeah. What flavor is this vape you're smoking? Oh my god! I'm borrowing this dude's vape.
Okay, so
wait, you gonna name drop this dude?
No, I'm not. Well, I am. I'm gonna shit talk him. It's terrible.
That's fine. It's TheLowRoad.
God damn.
Where'd you get dogs? Did you have dogs before?
I've had dogs. Dude.
Oh.
I've always had dogs. Yeah, these pictures I have is terrible. It's called Beyond the Bottles, and like they have this flavor that's always changing called Skitz Fritz.
It's not even on. What the hell? Okay.
But yeah, the flavor's terrible. It's supposed to be like never changing, but it's always the same. And not only that, but every juice they have is that exact same flavor. It's
with different names.
The exact opposite of what you would think it would be. It's such trickery.
Oh man,
they're just so cheap though, so I get them.
I don't know about these vapes, bro. It's been like 50 years. But did you use the vape?
Yeah.
You can sue now.
Okay, the dude I was talking about earlier who I was in band Heartfelt with. The dude who would produce for us.
Yes.
His name's Logan Morton. He's in a band called Dreamwalker.
Dreamwalker.
Dude, they're brutal. I'll show you later. I'll show you their actual stuff. Like, dude, their drummer kills, bro. Because I can appreciate me some drum work, and that dude throws it down.
Oh man, you're gonna have to give me drum lessons.
Dude, honestly, I want to.
$10 an hour now. That's all I can do.
Dude, when I took lessons for like 7 months when I first started when I was 11, and it was half an hour and it was $15.
Oh yeah,
only half an hour though.
Do you still remember that person? That's enough though.
His name was Dave Miller. It was ironic because it was at Cleveland Music, which was on like right by Ridge and Pearl, and they moved to the I can't remember the name of the plaza. It's where the exchange is on. It's on Pearl, right by the police station. There's the bowling alley.
No, I know it.
Oh God, Parma Heights, whatever. Someone will know about it.
State Road?
No, it's Parma Heights. It's on Pearl.
But the strip clubs?
There's absolutely. There's an exchange. There's a Penn Station, and Cleveland Music.
Okay.
Went there, and I worked at Penn Station when I was like 18, and they moved there, and I was like, holy shit! And I would. On my lunch breaks at Penn Station, I would go into Cleveland Music, and my drum teacher would just like smoke weed with me in the back of the drum shop and give me free drum lessons. Because I just walked in there one day, I was just like, dude, what's up? Like, I'm growing up, and I'm still doing it. And like, he was just like, sweet. He actually let me teach one of his students one time. Like, I got to just like teach this kid some like sweet metal stuff because he's like a jazz oriented dude. But luckily for me, like that's pretty much the root of metal. So like a lot of stuff he taught me, I could just incorporate what I do just at a different pace.
You said jazz is the root of metal.
Yeah, especially drum wise. So many rudiments and just exercises that are used in metal, jazz based.
That's cool.
Like jazz and God, what's it called? Swing. Jazz and swing are honestly the hardest genres to play on drums, believe it or not. Metal, obviously you hear dudes like ripping it and going it fast, but like if you have the proper form and you know the way to do like that crazy foot stuff, it's not that hard. Like obviously you have to do it a long time to get muscle memory to go that fast, but it's not that hard of an ideal
musically,
to incorporate.
Yes,
But jazz is the craziest shit. Like jazz, like you keep time with on the hi-hat with your left foot, and then like your right foot's completely independent of that time signature doing its own thing. Your right hand's doing this incredibly weird rudiment while your left one's complementing what's actually like it's so like just it's game of chess.
Yeah.
Chess on
That's
an instrument.
dope. That's dope. Oh man,
it's a lot. I could never do swing.
So yeah, it sounds tough. I don't want to do that dancing either.
And it's actually the slower it is, the harder, not the faster. Because literally, like I just swear, tried and true, like going crazy slow and keeping that time is way harder than just going fast, especially if you know, like I said, the form to do that stuff.
Damn.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool though.
Yeah. Yeah, I know what it looks like, guys, hitting stuff with sticks and kicking shit, but there's a lot to it, man. There's a lot to it.
Damn.
I've always wanted to like reconnect with my drum teacher too, just like meet up again and just like smoke some weed and just like talk drums, like just chop it up.
Would it be crazy if he was like a bum downtown looking for scraps and you find him?
Dude.
You hand him some drumsticks.
I would hand him some drumsticks. That was literally what I say. And like,
his life.
Dude, he would shred in those pots and those pans. He would find it all and he would wreck it, dude. No.
On a 5-gallon bucket.
Yeah, dude.
It's like Doug.
He could do it all.
Did Doug play the drums? Or Skeeter play the drums?
I have no recollection of that show aside from the fact they're blue.
Sick.
They're blue.
Green.
And that was another blue.
Nah, Skeeter was a black dude. He's green. But we all knew he was black.
The main dude? The
main dude was peach. He was like your skin color. Too young.
I think, yeah.
Too young man.
Or, is it a Nickelodeon show? Is that what we're talking about?
It is a Nickelodeon show.
What the fuck, man?
It was Doug, dog. What Patty Mayonnaise.
Dude.
That black girl with the blonde hair. There's an anime name for that. Black girl with the blonde hair.
You said Doug?
Doug.
Doug was blue.
Doug was not blue.
Dude,
you're tripping.
I'm about to Google Doug.
Go ahead.
I'm about to Google Doug.
You want to be like, oh.
Doug's the blue as a guy.
Yeah. Oh, man. Oh.
Yeah, who's that?
Well, that's cool, man. Thank you for doing my show, you know.
Oh, my God. Doug is a white guy. You're right.
So he's white as fuck. He's peach.
Oh, my God.
I don't want to call white people white anymore. I want to call them peach.
Really?
Because they're peach. You're not white.
Well, that is the crayon color. You
know,
have to use to color
white
guy.
Like that?
Yeah.
Like that would be scary.
That brings me back to the times where I had to color and I had to use peach to get my skin color. So you're not wrong.
That's what I'm saying. You're just not going to fill in the lines. Yeah. You know? Oh, so can you please tell people where they can find you, where maybe they can find some of your buddies, and what they should be looking for in the future?
We don't really have like a joint page yet. We want to have, like I said, the right body of work before we actually like.
What would you assume it'd be? What if somebody listens to this now and they're like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna hear this a little bit. I gotta wait."
Probably, I would say 3 more months, because in that time Eddie would be back, and we'd be able to go like full throttle.
Okay.
And I would say probably around 3-4 months. I'm on Instagram and Snapchat. The naming's retarded. I spell my first and last name, like take turns spelling it, so it's JHOASLHL. No capitals. And then I'm just on Instagram or Facebook underneath my name. But I hate Facebook, so dude, you'll catch me on it for like a few months out of the year, and then I'm out, and then I'll come back just for the memes for like a month or two, and then I'm like, oh, this is why I didn't come back, and I'm out again. We'll see.
Yeah, Facebook's whack.
Yeah, man, I'd say about 3 months, and then we'll definitely have something. And obviously, once we have the material, like we're gonna.
And that's for the band.
Yeah, we'll start like a
What's
page.
The band name?
Anomoly.
Anomoly. Yeah. So it'll probably be Anomoly, and I'm sure someone has that name. So maybe like Anomoly Cleveland or Anomoly some number. I'm sure you'll have it.
No, I mean we looked it up. There is a group that's not trademarked, and they also haven't done anything.
Oh, I'm just talking about making a handle for Instagram or something. Someone's
you're right.
You're right.
Yeah.
Like,
I don't know. It'll be like the Anomoly official or something.
It's probably like some 14-year-old kid, you know.
Yeah. I mean, once that happens,
with a stick and poke tattoo.
Yeah, just keep an eye out for that. And if you follow me on any like social media, obviously I'll be promoting it, so you'll see it.
Yeah, I can get a manager.
Oh yeah.
Give them that 20%. Take pictures of you on Instagram.
Yeah, totes, bro. I need that like yesterday.
It's okay. I'm just pitching my shit.
Okay.
I'm trying to manage these rock bands.
I feel it.
And just stand in the back with my thug friends and make sure nothing happens.
Dude, yeah. And then you can be in our like band pictures where it's like in a dark alley and we all just have our arms crossed.
What's going on right now?
Like someone kicked our dog.
No. Okay, this is TheLowRoad. Thank you, Josh.
No problem. Thank you. I appreciate it.
It's good. It's a good one.